Here is my keyboard. And this is my Reiki table, which I use for sound baths. And you never really get to see the instruments. So I'm showing you now. Good afternoon, Josee from Milano Wellness here. I hope you are well today. I'm starting a new series this week on wellness, and there'll be conversations in wellness. And I thought I'd start today by showing you around my studio real quick, and then giving you a little insight as to what my wellness journey, where it started and where it is now. So I'm going to turn the camera around a little bit and try and get these focused right, because the microphone's facing me. So here we go. Let's turn this around. And here's my altar. And some paintings I've done, angel paintings. Hello. Here is my keyboard. And this is my Reiki table, which I use for sound baths. And you never really get to see the instruments. So I'm showing you now all my bowls that I have. And this is my new setup with my mic. And I have a little adapter that I hook up. All this gets hooked up to my mic, to my camera, which I'm using my little MV88 today. So here we got my kalimba, my rain stick, one of my drums, the other one's in the closet, and my wonderful koshi chimes that I just adore. And over here is my desk where I paint and come up with some of my ideas and what I'm going to say and do and da-da-da. And up there is my ivory-bill woodpecker painting. Can you see it? And there it is. I painted that for an auction, and my husband ended up winning it. So that's my little studio. It's very small, but it's mine, and I come in here and I do all my creative stuff here. And occasionally I'll have a client come in, but not too often. I kind of like being retired. And my YouTube channel is taking up a lot of time, making these videos and posting them and trying to keep up with my community. And it's a small channel, and I think that the people that come are the ones that need to hear something or are looking for something, and everyone's welcome. So I just really love making my videos. I guess I'll talk about my journey a little bit. As a little tiny child, I saw angels and I saw spirits. We had a little wooded area behind the house, and back in the 50s, it was safe to go out in the wooded areas by yourself. So I'd go out there and play and would see little glimpses of things out of the corner of my eye and hear little whispers. And when I would tell my mom about it, she would just say, "Oh, that's silly. You have quite an imagination." And, as I grew up, you kind of give up this stuff because you've been told that there's nothing to it, that it's make-believe. So, I was a normal teenager running around doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I went to college for a year. And then I got married and moved to California and spent some time out there. And at the time, there was not much spiritual going on. I was learning how to write songs and music, which, doing that kind of work is very spiritual work. But you didn't think of it that way. So eventually we moved to Nashville, and I really got into songwriting and performing, and suddenly life started not making sense anymore. I was having some strange dreams, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I couldn't move, and I decided I needed to go to church. So I ended up going to a Unity church, which is not a religious organization. It's a place to go and practice spirituality. And that was very helpful for a long time, and I met some like-minded people and went down a few paths. I studied some Native American ways, and even went on a trip out west to New Mexico and spent a week with a Native American Navajo medicine man in Santa Clara. And that was very, very interesting. And then when I returned, I joined a group. There was a local group in Nashville that was practicing Native American ways. So I did some work with them for about 6 months. And then I ended up going to a retreat up in the mountains of Tennessee, and ended up staying for 7 months. And it was, I guess you would call it a cult, and it was pretty weird. It got weirder the longer I was there, and eventually I just had to go. So I went back to Nashville and got a roommate, and a couple of roommates, and my roommate introduced me to Reiki, and we went and took the class together, and then 6 months later I took another class, and 2 years later I became a Reiki master, studied that with a woman from Georgia, and had a little practice, had a few clients, mostly friends, and did a little teaching. I think I taught 2 classes before I moved back to New Jersey. My dad had gotten sick, so I went home to help with the family. Sorry, I'm not looking right at you. My camera's sideways, and on this phone, the lens is up there, so I'm not sure who I'm looking at. Anyway, got back to New Jersey and it was like starting all over. All my friends from my childhood had moved away, and I was having to meet new people, and did one Reiki class while I was there, and didn't really connect with anyone in that group. They just went on their way. I never heard from them again. So got on with my life and got a job, worked in a big corporation, engineering, building power plants, and did that for 17 years. And then I retired and met my husband, my soon-to-be husband, and a few years later, I moved to Delaware, and we were married, and after some health things, I got back into Reiki, and with a vengeance. I mean, I was practicing it, and still do, every single day. I practice my Reiki self-care, and I've had a few students since I got back into it, and 2 of them went to Reiki 2. One of them, no, all 3 of them actually did Reiki 2, and one of them wanted to go into master training, but her life took another turn, and she's off doing something else, so I imagine someday she'll show up for it. And then I found YouTube, and that was just a game changer. Oh, well, actually, step back. I got into sound healing through my nephew. He started talking about it, and I started looking at different videos, and I thought, wow, this is cool. It's music. I could do this. So I took a bazillion classes, actually about 15 classes, on sound healing and meditation, which I've been big into for 40-some years, and got some certificates from these courses and learned a whole lot and started playing my bowls. And after 3 or 4 or 5 months, I can't remember how long it was, I decided to start a YouTube channel so that I could put my music up there, my sound bowls, and maybe do some classes on Reiki. And that didn't seem to go over real well. I asked for people to let me know what they're interested in, and I figure when they don't answer, that means they're not interested. So mostly I do the sound baths. But I've really decided this year I'm going to do some meditations too, with and without sound baths. I have done one, and slow going, but we'll see what happens. It's really, meditation is the most wonderful practice of all of them, in that you're getting there into the silence with yourself and looking for answers. And eventually, if you practice meditation long enough, you're going to get in touch with your higher self, and it's just so amazing. So that's why I'm doing some meditation classes, and I hope that anyone who wants to join in and watch and continue to use it, I'll keep doing those meditations in different topics. So I think that's it. I'll be doing another sound bath in the next week and a half or so, and I'm going to try and do one a month and do a little bit more in depth with various instruments and using my piano and that kind of thing. I guess that's it for now. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and a great week. It's sunny and beautiful here in Delaware, and I appreciate you watching. I hope if you like this, you'll give me a thumbs up and some comments. I really would love to hear from you to see what you're looking for, what you're doing, and how I can help. So that's it. And thank you again for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Namaste.